Hi garden friends, Debbie here. Well, we're switching between nice spring weathers that were 60s and 70s like 2 days ago to last night having severe storms and tornado watches and back to winter and snow flurries. So we're in between seasons right now, but the countdown begins. I would have loved to get in my garden outside and do some late winter cleanup, but I am heavy into seed starting right now, and I want to make sure I stay on task and make sure I follow along on my calendar what seeds needs to be sown. A couple days ago, when it was going to snow like about an inch during the night, I did direct sow some poppies and bachelor buttons. I'm almost done with all of my cool season flowers. I have just a couple more that I have to seed sow, and then I will be seeding some of my warm season annuals. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do a few zinnias and a few asters just to get those started and have early blooms. Today I'm going to be pre-sprouting my Ranunculus and Anemones. I have 135 Ranunculus and 10 Anemones. I will show you what that looks like. So the supplies that you need, and I'll show you downstairs. You just need a tray, some potting soil. I have some mesh bags to put pre-soak, and when we go downstairs, if I think of anything else, I will let you know. So I have Ranunculus, and this is before they are soaking. So I started those at about 9 o'clock this morning, and you are to pre-soak those about 3 to 4 hours. This one is a Ranunculus, and it looks like an octopus, like these little tentacles. And when you plant them, you put the tentacle or leg side down. And this is quite large. You'll see when I pull those out, the other ones are smaller. This is, I believe, a butterfly Ranunculus. So this is quite large Ranunculus corm. And then I just put them in my mesh bag, and I put a tag in so I know which ones are which you'll see in a few minutes, and then just drop them into the water. This is an anemone. And this reminds me of like an acorn, and the pointy side would be down, and that's what this is what an anemone looks like. So again, I will put that back, and I need to soak these for about 3 to 4 hours. So I will probably plant all the other ones, soak these guys for 3 to 4 hours, and pop these in. This will be the third year I'm trying to grow Ranunculus and Anemones. The first year had success with the Ranunculus, but unfortunately the bunnies came. There wasn't very much greenery, and they just devoured my Ranunculus and Anemones. So I had nothing that year. Last year I decided to put a fence, which didn't look too attractive, but it did keep the bunnies out. But last year I put those in the ground, and it just went right from spring to warmth. Maybe I was a little late in planting, and they just didn't thrive. They were very short. They weren't not very tall at all, so I would call that a fail. So this year I am pre-sprouting them today. Today is February 28th, and I will be pre-sprouting those for about 2 to 3 weeks and putting them at my cut flower garden. And if it does get cool again, or if we have a freeze, we will be covering those up and putting hoops up as well. So cross our fingers that this year I have success, because again, the Ranunculus and Anemones are beautiful flowers, spring flowers. So this will be probably my final attempt at trying to grow them. I will let you know now what I purchased. I purchased them from C&J Farms, and they are a small scale wholesaler, and you can find them on Facebook, and I'll link that below. So as far as the anemones, since I only have 10 of those, I have Anemones Mistral Series Mix. And the Ranunculus, I have 10 Ranunculus GG White, 10 Ranunculus Labelle Pink, 10 Ranunculus Labelle Pastel Mix, 10 Ranunculus Labelle Salmon, 10 Ranunculus Labelle Chocolate, 10 Ranunculus Labelle Champagne, 10 Ranunculus Elegance Mix, 5 Pon Pon Harmony, if that's how you pronounce it, light pink, 5 Ranunculus Clone Series Hanoi Light Pink, and that's the large one that I just showed you, the Ranunculus. 5 Ranunculus Clone Success Mix, so that again is butterfly mixed ranunculus. Then I have 10 Ranunculus Anemone Salmon, 10 Ranunculus Anemone Porcelain, 10 Ranunculus Anemone Marshmallow, 10 Ranunculus Anemone Yellow Pastel, and 10 Ranunculus Anemone Cream. So those are all the varieties this year that I'm going to be attempting to grow. And these generally grow in between so first your daffodils come up, and I am seeing a lot of daffodils popping up right now. Then your tulips, and then this is around Mother's Day to maybe June the latest. When it starts heating up, then they do shut down. So between May and June, that would be a good flower. So I'm hoping that this year we have success and have flowers in May. So why do you want to pre-sprout the Ranunculus and Anemones? One reason is it saves space. So when you're putting them in the tray, if they are rotten or they just don't seem to root, you can take those out and throw those away and not take up space in your garden. Another reason is that it's rooted early when it's too cold to plant outside, so you get those started, and then you can plant them when it's cooler out before the heat hits. I do use a fish bubbler, and I just turn that on and the water keeps moving around, and again I'll show you that in a couple minutes. You can put it in your laundry sink and trickle water, or you can just put it in a bucket and then stir it around. You just want to just make sure that you keep that water moving a little bit and not stagnant so it doesn't cause disease. And I usually put them in the basement, but it's not quite cold enough. They say to be between 40-55 degrees, so I'm going to put covers on them and try to put them in my garage. You just want to make sure they are covered, and if it freezes, to bring those inside, and also to make sure that no rodents can get at them. Now let me show you how I am pre-sprouting my Ranunculus and Anemones. This is the fish bubbler that I'm using from a pet store, and this is the potting soil that I am using, Coco Loco. Here I prepared my soil and got my labels. And here I have all my mesh bags with all the corms in the bubbler. And you can see here is the corms. They've gotten quite large in the bag after 3 to 4 hours. I've been acting like a wild man. I'll show you how much bigger they got. These were really tiny when I first got them yesterday. I opened them up. So this one is called Labelle Pink. And I'm just going to put this tag in and just lay them with the tentacle sides down. So I'm just going to pop those in. So many times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore, although a stranger in this continent, I'm always in bloom for you, always in bloom, always in bloom for you. An infatuated life, So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope third time is a charm with pre-sprouting my Ranunculus and Anemones. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you're following along when I show you the progress of those anemones and ranunculus and when I plant those out. I am going to be heading to the Chicago Botanic Garden for the Orchid Show. I have been going, I can't remember how many years I've been going now, maybe 5 years, and I will make sure that I have a video on that. And then I will also be doing a video on the Floret Originals. Then I will be pre-sprouting my dahlias and showing you what new dahlias that I'll be growing, and I will be having a giveaway for that video. By the way, there is a couple more days to enter the last giveaway, and I'll link that video above, so you want to check that out for further details. The countdown begins for spring, 18 more days. So thanks for watching and happy gardening. Bye-bye.